I'll tell you something else that feels uncharted to me, and that's the silence from the former president. This is
who's not known for being silent.
No, and you know we know that there are other examples of times when people have said, you know, let's just lay low, let's not talk about this, and he generally comes out swinging.
We should point out that we welcome the former president to come on our air and sit down for an interview
We'll
on all of the issues.
open up the phone line right now if he would like to respond to what Attorney General Garland just said. We also are looking for an answer to the question, does he want to release that warrant and the list of what they took, which the Department of Justice thinks there's a public interest in seeing at this point.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And is anyone else absolutely eager to see what kind of hard evidence the FBI has on Donald Trump? A whole no-knock search and seizure warrant on a former U.S. president sure requires a hell of a lot of probable cause. So it was funny a couple days ago when Trump and his little group decided to act up and declare that they wanted to see that warrant. Like there's something, in the warrant that's going to undo every single crime they did over the past few years.
We haven't heard him come out and make an appearance or come out and make a statement. He released initially what looks like a presidential campaign ad the night of the raid as sort of a response about a declining America. This is a former president who's looking at running again. He's got $100 million in his war chest to run again. And no matter what, this is going to be perceived by Trump supporters across this country as a way to take him out of that race.
Garland was more than happy to oblige. A personal screw you to Trump as he signed off on a motion to make that warrant public. Let the world see exactly what the FBI had on him. I, for one, enjoyed watching the Attorney General make his speech yesterday. If Trump wants to reveal the warrant, then they'll do it, because the government has nothing to hide in that warrant. There's nothing that the FBI did wrong in that warrant. It's all Trump.
So 3 parts to a search warrant, generally speaking. The affidavit, which lays out the government's case for probable cause, which the judge reviews. The search warrant itself, which is typically a 1-page order, and the inventory that you alluded to, or the list of items that were seized. As the Attorney General said, that list of items that are seized, the inventory, has to be left at the home, and so Mr. Trump presumably has it. The 1-page warrant, the order, would be presented at the home at the time of the search. So Mr. Trump presumably has it. The thing we're all waiting for is the affidavit, the underlying probable cause statement, and that can run many, many pages. So the document you just held up in front of the camera, the motion to unseal, is a motion by the government, by the United States Attorney, to ask the court to make that document public, meaning there's no longer a legitimate law enforcement purpose for keeping it sealed.
After so much ado about warrants, now Trump is chicken about it. They'll give him time to respond to motion. That's the just and legal thing to do in a democratic government. Make sure that everyone gets a chance to object and defend themselves against accusations. But Trump's had ample time and experience in handling accusations. How many former presidents can boast about being impeached not once but twice? Every time he gets out of it by the skin of his teeth because his cult is helping him. But now that the FBI's on the case, they're going to take out him and his treason caucus one by one. And when Trump has no one left, he's not going to be able to escape justice this time. He can stall however long he wants in responding to this motion, but it will all come to light anyway. If Donald Trump is anything, he's a damn coward. He can't even own up to anything that he's done. Fox News is calling him over, asking him to comment on the motion to publicize the warrant. They're his fan base, and even they're tired of his silence. They want him to just come out and say something. But now Trump shuts his blabbering mouth. This is the end for him. He knows it. He can't talk his way out of it this time, even to his fans and followers. Even now, the Republicans that were so infamous for backing the blue are now crying to defund the FBI. Every part of his ideology is a contradictory mess, and everyone can see it for the complete and utter selfish sham that it is. Regardless of whether Trump responds to the motion, he's still completely damned. Rule of law will prevail in this country, and I'm eager to see all the evidence against this man. After all these years, now we'll get justice and see him tried for his crimes against our democracy. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.